Right, so about 3 or 4 hours ago the crowdfunding campaign reached its conclusion and it was unsuccessful, and that's a very flat feeling. You know, there's a bit of a post-mortem I can do, I guess. You know, I should probably have spent more time hounding people about it, to be perfectly honest, but that didn't really feel right, so I didn't do that. I kind of hoped it would take off a bit, which it didn't. I think for these kind of things to be successful, particularly for films, you do have to constantly be barraging people, but I just didn't like the idea of asking people to spend money, to put money into something that I was then going to do, rather than, you know, something that was already done, so I didn't feel right about hounding people, but unfortunately I think that's what you've got to do to make this kind of thing work. Anyway, there's a bit of noise. Yeah, I mean, I just put a lot of work into this to get it to this stage, and it's not a good feeling. But look, the best thing about the whole thing was the support that I got from people and how people responded to the subject matter and what we were trying to do, and how they wanted to help just purely because of what the film was about. And that's the cast, Anna, who did the publicity, a lot of other people, Cameron, our one and only funder, thank you. And you know, we also found it hard breaking through into the media because, you know, it's a very crowded marketplace media-wise. We've got 2 interviews, one in Perth and one on Southern Queensland ABC, and one press thing in the Toowoomba Chronicle, but we did a huge media coverage nationally, you know, to all these outlets across the nation. And you're also, whether you like it or not, you're also competing against charities who are working in the same space, but they're actually looking for media coverage and for money to then actually go and provide services for these people, whereas we're just talking about doing a film about it. And even though the film helps, or would help, sadly you are also competing against people for that kind of money, which is sad. So look, I mean, where to from here? I would still very much like to make it as a film. I can't actually see a clear way to do it from here. I don't like the idea of asking permission to then be able to go and do something, which is what you're doing when you're looking for government funding or for crowdfunding. So what I'm thinking at the moment is I'm going to write it as a novel. I've got the story really well worked out. I'm almost finishing another novel at the moment, Zero World, so I'm going to finish that first and then do this. And then I'll have an end product that, you know, hopefully the people who are supporting this project and like the idea of it, well, then there's actually an end product ready to go. So, you know, if it can get some publicity and get some sales and so forth, it might put me in a position to then make this as a film. So the whole thing's not over yet, but I can't see a way forward at this stage to make it as a film. So, you know, that's kind of more on the back burner. We'll just have to see where I get to after this, doing it as a book. So thanks everyone who's followed this. It's not over yet. I might even keep doing video updates about it as a book, and then hopefully the film. So thank you everyone so much for being involved, particularly the cast and the crew. It meant a lot to me. So that's it, and you know, onwards and upwards. Thanks.